we'll give it a couple of minutes to everyone to say hello. We're here and kind of get to. Are we streaming on all of the different platforms? Are we on the Middletown? Okay.
Yeah.
We'll get some people. When you get in, say hi. Let us know you guys are here. Say hello. Write down, hey, we're here. Let us know who you are. In the meantime, we'll talk about your fiasco.
My fiat? No.
We have to.
No.
We were talking about communication with parents, and so we're going to talk about parents today. And one of the cool things is that parents know innately what you guys are thinking. Right?
It's like telepathic. It's weird.
It is. It's kind of cool. The parents kind of know what's going on. So as you come in, say hi, say hello to us, and let us know that you're here. But we were on the ride over here, and Kobe was trying to explain to me. Tell him what you were trying to explain.
So I was at my brother's house, and they have a statue, right? It's a 4-foot statue of like a psycho for Halloween. It's a Halloween decoration, and it has a bag over its head, and I couldn't remember the name of the bag. So I said leopard.
He said, Dad, leopard.
Like leopard. A leopard bag. It's not leopard.
Hello, Christy. How you doing? So, yeah, we're talking about parents and how, we're going to talk about parents today and how parents have an innate understanding of how you communicate with one another and what you're thinking. And so, finish.
So I was like, yeah, like a leopard bag. Not leopard print, but like a leopard bag. It starts with, it's the other thing like that. And he looked at me and was like, burlap, and made fun of me for the rest of the ride about not being able to say burlap.
Well, my thing is he says leopard, the leopard bag, kind of like leopard bag. And I went, burlap? And he's like, yeah, that's it. And so I told him, I was like, I don't know how you got leopard to burlap. That's kind of like me saying, that thing, that yellow thing, that the squash thing that you grow in the garden, leopard, squash, burlap. And he was like, oh, no, Dad, it was lep.
It was the emphasis on the L. Leopard. Burlap. You emphasize the L. Lap. Burlap. Leopard.
Or how about lemon?
See, lemon would have worked.
I don't understand how lemon would have worked.
L.
That revolves around the L. But anyway, we were able to understand what he was trying to say because parents kind of have an understanding of what you're thinking when you're thinking.
They do.
And so we're going to talk a little bit about today about that one person and that one parent that you have. The one that makes you do all your homework.
No.
The one that makes you make sure that you've got everything on your, what's that report card that we do online?
Stupid ingenuity.
Make sure that everything's going the right way, and who is that? Is that Dad?
No, it's not Dad.
Oh, it's that other one. The cooks for you. The one that cooks
Grandma.
for you. Not Grandma.
No.
Kind of like Grandma. She's part of it.
Moms. There we go.
Because something is happening Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday.
Sunday is Mother's Day, and so we have to make sure that we understand why are we celebrating moms?
Because moms are pretty cool.
Moms are pretty cool. Can I tell them your story?
Which story?
The story of you tell them your story about always living next to your mom.
Oh, moms are always really cool. They do a lot for you, and we take that for granted sometimes. Well, when I was 4, you gotta remember, I was a itty-bitty dude. 4. I told my mom that they need to find their forever house because I'm gonna buy the house right next door to them. And she looked at me and was like, well, why would you do that, Kobe? I was like, well, so you can cook and clean for me still. Remember, I was 4 when I said this. She's like, well, when you're older and you buy a house, you'll have a wife and she'll do those things for you. I was like, Mom, I'm gonna marry a pretty lady. Pretty ladies don't cook and clean. I was 4.
True. Right. So she said yes, and so Mom, I would have, as Dad went, really? That means I'm ugly. But no, Mom was like, oh, that is so sweet. And it's now a staple in our house that we get to tell that story and how sweet that story is because young little Kobe said it.
Yeah.
But, so do you know why we celebrate Mother's Day and Father's Day?
I don't know the story behind it, but I know it's really neat.
Well, tell me what you normally would do for your mom, and then I'll tell you why we celebrate Mother and Father's Day.
Like normally on Mother's Day?
Yes. What would you do? So what are you going to do this Sunday? Well, you really can't say what you're going to do because it'll be a surprise to your mom, so let's not ruin that. But What did you do last year for your Mother's Day, or in Mother's Days past? What is your annual ability to?
We typically come over as a family with all the kids and eat breakfast and hang out and just talk and just chill out.
Okay.
Eat some lunch, maybe dinner.
Okay.
It's an all-day thing. We just celebrate Mom.
So here's some secrets.
It's like a birthday.
You guys ready for the secrets on Mother's Day? We're waiting for Andy, Navy, and Ty to show up and all the kids and making sure that they understand what's going on Mother's Day. But here's secrets to moms. You ready for this?
Yes.
Don't buy a vacuum cleaner for Mother's Day.
Don't do that.
No. And don't buy ice cube trays for Mother's Day.
Nope.
Don't buy any cleaning supplies for Mother's Day.
Nope.
And don't buy food for her to cook on Mother's Day.
No.
You know how we know this?
Because we tried it.
We've tried all these. We have given all those gifts for Mother's Day at one point or another. Our first Mother's Day, when the babies were young, I bought a vacuum cleaner for her because she said she wanted a vacuum cleaner. But she didn't want a vacuum cleaner for Mother's Day. And then we bought her food to cook for breakfast because she cooks. And that didn't go over very well. And then she said she wanted ice cubes one year, ice cube trays when you guys were kids. And so we bought her ice cube trays. Did not go over very well. Not at all. So, the reason that we celebrate Mother's and Father's Day, right, is there's a biblical principle to that. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
There is. So the Bible says that if you honor your mother and your father, that you will have a long life by doing so. So as you honor your mother and your father, you pay homage to them when they're older, when you're older, and you listen to them and you follow their instructions, that your life will be long. And that, the things that they do for you, they do out of love, and they do out of the thought process that they want you to be a better person than they were. So by doing that and honoring your mother and your father, you will have a long life. Now, most of the time, when you don't do that and you fall into troubles and you fall into situations where you are being disobedient, disrespectful, and rude to your parents, what happens?
Disciplined.
You get disciplined, right? Well, what if there's no discipline in the house and they just say, you know what? Go ahead. You're not listening anyway. What happens then?
It gets real bad.
It gets real bad. You get called an unruly child, right?
Yep.
And so all kinds of different things can happen. You can be put into JDC. You can then go out and start doing things in the streets and doing things that are not cool. Getting involved in situations that you shouldn't be involved in, and before you know it, it could take you down a road where your life isn't very long. So honoring your mother and your father is a good thing, and listening to your mother and father is a good thing. Make sure that you're doing that and you're following a biblical principle. So, with that being said, no vacuum cleaners this Sunday.
Vacuum cleaners.
And no ice trays this Sunday.
Maybe ice cream.
Ice cream.
Enjoy that.
She would enjoy ice cream. So with that being said, let's ask some people other than us, and we'll get some feedback starting around the room and then anywhere out in internet land on how they celebrate their mothers.
There's nobody here but you.
I know.
There's only you two. What?
Oh, they're saying it's just us. Nope, it's you two now. So we're gonna ask Pastor Connor. Pastor Connor,
We're not here. We're not on screen.
you're not on screen, but
You
you
can
can
be.
talk. So what do you do to celebrate your mother on Mother's Day?
In normal circumstances, we have dinner however she wants to have dinner.
Okay. Does she cook?
Typically.
Not typically. Okay. All right. How about you, Benedict? Benedict, how do you take care of your mother on Mother's Day?
We just leave her alone.
You leave her alone. That's
One way to do it. That's probably what's going to happen this week.
That's sold. That's exactly what could happen. Is Christy still? Christy, are you still with us? How would you want to be treated on Mother's Day? That's a good question for Christy. I think that leaving her alone is a very, very good opportunity, right?
They might enjoy that.
They might enjoy
A
that
little too much.
for just a couple hours, maybe a couple hours to take a bath, read a book, enjoy themselves. Yeah, I think that would be very good.
Like 2, 3, 4 hours, they come back.
And then they'll come back, and then you can give them the ice cube trays that you
The
gave
vacuum
them.
cleaner.
And the vacuum cleaner.
Yeah,
So, what is the silliest thing you ever gave your mother? And I will tell you if that was something that she absolutely still adores.
I can tell you it's not.
Okay, let's find out.
I don't, silliest thing I ever got my mom? It's a hard one. I don't know. I can't think of it.
You don't remember anything?
I don't remember the silliest thing because it's always been. I've always gone in with
I
my
remember.
food, not prepared by me.
That's true.
All of the food and time with my kids.
And time with your kids, yeah. I remember you giving your mother one year the silliest, not the silliest, the sweetest gift was a gift card for you doing your chores and not back talking. That was one that you gave her. She really liked that.
I forgot about that.
You could make cards for her, and you used to make cards for her all the time. That was really cool. The thing that I've given my mom is I gave her an entire day away from all of the grandkids, and that didn't work out too very well. Yeah, she was like, you forgot us on Mother's Day, and I went, Mom, no, we were trying to give you time away from everybody. So we went back over there and spent some time with Mom. So this Sunday we're going to give Mom gifts. Hopefully, what?
Somebody told me a little thing about what you did, and it's really aggravating the children.
What did I do?
So, as you all know, I need my kids and babies.
No,
Mom, you're not supposed to be on here.
You're not supposed to be on here. No, Mom. Kobe's mom's not supposed to be on here.
It's Kobe's mom. It's not. Okay.
Kobe's mom's supposed to. So tell me what aggravated the kids, and we'll see what happens.
A little birdie told me that you didn't know what to get Mom for Mother's Day, so you just bought the entire Amazon wish list.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Which is really bad because the kids bought her entire Amazon wish list.
I didn't buy the entire Amazon wish list.
I already saw the Amazon wish list.
She did. I showed her already and said, "This is what you're getting."
Okay, well, the kids bought everything on the wish
Well,
list.
she's getting double of everything. Let's see how awesome that is.
Hope you like it, Mom.
Well, we let's give Mom, since we will take her and put her on a lake and let her fish by herself the entire Mother's Day.
I was thinking about the Jimmy Buffett nursing home.
Jimmy Buffett nursing home. Tell them about the nursing homes.
So, a couple years ago, Mom said, if I ever get really, really bad, you need to put me in a nursing home. I want to be put in the Jimmy Buffett nursing home down by the ocean because she loves the ocean. And Dad's like, you know what? That'd be cool. I'll go with you. And then, like, outside of the conversation of me and Mom, he's like, whatever you do, put me in the furthest nursing home away from her.
In the mountains.
In the mountains.
That way we can like, switch back and forth. She can go
Don't
visit
think
me in the
that's how nursing
mountains.
homes work.
And then I can go visit her in the
I
Jimmy
don't think that's how
Buffett.
nursing homes work.
Well, that's how ours is going to
Okay.
work. Margaritaville for life
life
is what Mom says.
Heck yeah.
But the whole purpose of celebrating your mother is that there's one woman, and so if you look back through the entire history of humanity, right, the one person that is always going to be there no matter what, no matter thick or thin, no matter bad or good, moms are the ones that are always going to be there. They're the ones that are your biggest advocate, they're your biggest cheerleader, they're your biggest fan, and they're actually the ones that's pushing you to be a better person. So, biblically, honor thy mother and father, and you'll have a long life is a great, great, great way to live. The other part of that is that the same woman that is pushing you to be a better person, you should definitely give honor and give her respect, even every single day, but even more so on Mother's Day. There are good women in this world that would love to see just to have some time with their kids, and they can't. So, by doing that and spending some time with her this Sunday after church, that is a great way to build yourself back up too, because as you're pouring into her, she's pouring back into you, and she gets to see the fruits of her labor and how awesome you guys have grown up to be, or you guys are being as kids, and it's just a good thing to come together and be part of a family. So
Right.
that's kind of a cool thing. We're going to spend Mother's Day with everybody. I get double trouble because we get to spend it with your mom and grandma, and hopefully G Squared will be able to spend some time with us too.
G squared.
G Squared is pretty cool. So Kobe's in a very great position when it comes to Mother's Day, and us, we're in a good position is because all of our kids talk about G Squared. You want to tell them what G Squared is?
Yeah. So G squared is G times G mathematically. Well, G times G is grandma times grandma. G squared, 2 grandmas. Mathematically, it works.
And why does that work for you?
Because I'm spoiled out of every child. I can't believe I'm saying this online, but it's true. I'm the most spoiled. And both grandmas have said it, whether they admit it or not. They looked me in my eyes and said, Kobe, you know I love you more than the rest of the kids. I'm spoiled. G squared is awesome.
So he calls his grandma's G Squared. And then we went through and we'll tell them a little bit about that because we're talking about moms today and how it's popular to spend time with your mother on Mother's Day. But why do we do that? And that's because we honor them, because we want to be biblical, spiritual, and we want to make sure that we're giving back to the woman that's given so much to us.
Right.
And so we were sitting in a living room with my mom and his mom. So, and then, I'm sure that G Squared, the other grandma, was on the phone somewhere because she always is. And he just point blank puts it out there. He's like, hey, everyone in this room has told me I'm the favorite of all of you guys. Just that's true. I'm the favorite, and I'm the most loved and the most adored. And so he looks at his mom and goes, Mom, what do you think? Am I the most loved? I would like you to tell TV Land what she said.
I don't want to mess it up. Her exact words that I remember was, that is very true. You are the most loved, and you are the favorite child of all of them.
That's not it.
It's the exact words I remember.
She said that she loves her husband above all, and that her husband is the one man in her life that is above and beyond anything she could ever expect, and she loves me more.
She said that her youngest son, Kobe Wilder, was the most humble person she's ever met. I don't like the head shakes going on.
I'm just going to say this straight out. Pastor Connor Thompson's your mentor.
Uh-huh.
That's true.
And it's in the books all over the nation.
It is in the books all over the nation. See? You guys keep me humble.
Boof.
So we'll talk about, just jokingly about that, is that Kobe, I can't be more proud of him. He's an Eagle Scout, right? And so there's this thing called NISA.
National Eagle Scout Association.
National Eagle Scout Association. And so one of the things that NISA does is they call and they do an interview with the parent of the Eagle Scout if they're not 18 over the phone, and they take questions, and then they make a book about all the Eagle Scouts that became an Eagle that year, right? And so now I will mind you, and just so that you guys understand, for you watching later and the people that are watching now, this was just right around the corner from Father's Day, just to point this out. It was in
like
June.
December.
No, it was June. I remember it clearly because my feelings were hurt. But so NISA calls and they're asking all these questions. What do you want to be when you grow up? What was your Eagle Scout project? How, who helped you in your Eagle Scout project? How did it go? How do you feel about being an Eagle? And then they ask the most amazing question. They say, who is the most influential male figure in your life? Now, I am on the phone because he's not 18 yet. I'm listening and I'm saying these things back to Kobe. Kobe's answering it, and then I repeat it to NISA. Now they're going to put this in a book, and I thought, oh, this is nice. They'll put it in a book, send it to Kobe. He'll have one, right? And so I said, I get my chest all up, and I'm like, yeah. Kobe, who's the most influential male figure in all of your life? And I would think he would say his father, Jeffrey Wilder, the man who brought me into this world and could take me out, the man who has given all for me. That's who I thought you would say. Would you like to tell them who you said?
I said my Eagle Scout mentor, Connor Thompson.
Said, no, Dad, my Eagle Scout mentor, Connor Thompson.
To be fair, I don't think that it needs to be written in the books all over the nation.
Oh,
That my father is great because I know he's great, and that's all that matters.
Sometimes.
That hurt right there.
I don't think it did.
But I had to repeat that back to Nisa. And then after the phone call, I realized that this wasn't just a little book that was going to go to just Kobe. This was hundreds of thousands of books that were going out all over the country. That was going to go into every council office in the entire country. Every Eagle Scout in the entire country. And anyone that was part of NISA could order these books. So hundreds of thousands of times it says that Kobe Wilder's greatest male influence is Connor Thompson. And I honestly couldn't, you can't really argue with that. Connor has done great things for you. And Connor, being a pastor having a pastor as your mentor is not too shabby.
Pretty neat.
And it was a pretty good cover-up just then with, to be fair, I just didn't think the entire world needed to know how perfect my dad was, because I know.
That's all that matters.
That was good. I'll give you that one. That was good. That was good. So, tell me a little bit about what your mom means to you.
Is it cheating if I say the world?
Yes, yes, it's cheating if you say the word.
My mom means to me a lot. She helps me with a lot of things. Sometimes she gets on my nerves. But that's par for the course for everybody. I've never been asked a question like this, so I'm going off the spot.
That's good. That's exactly what we want you to do.
She's an amazing person.
Okay.
And I am 50% her, and I appreciate that 50%.
Give me a story of one time where you as her son felt that she went above and beyond, and you were super proud that she was your mom.
Give me a minute. I'm trying to think of a. I'm gonna go with the most recent one.
Okay.
Most recently, she went to college for English. She's an English major. And she helped me. She stayed up with me to work on my English class. And we together got an 80% on a test through Julius Caesar. And that was exciting. I felt like she didn't really need to stay up with me that late and help me on my English class. But I appreciate it because, well, graduation's important.
Graduation's important. So did you learn anything about Julius Caesar?
I've learned a lot about Julius Caesar.
Let's give it to me. We have plenty of time.
My favorite thing about Julius Caesar was so, for the people who've never read Julius Caesar, know anything about Julius Caesar, he was the leader of Rome for a while. And there was a plot to kill him. The stabbing in the back 37 times or something odd like that. Well, the murderers came out to the public and said, we benefited Julius Caesar and the people of Rome by killing Julius Caesar. That way he can no longer focus on death. I thought that was hilarious.
I don't understand, but I okay.
He no longer has to focus on death. He can now focus all his time on how to make Rome better.
But he's gone.
Because he no longer has to focus on death. I thought it was hilarious. And it's Shakespeare, so it was 80 lines just to say one sentence because Shakespeare. And reading it was awesome.
So, talking about moms, and we're back to moms, right?
Moms.
So, bringing it back. If you had to tell your mom, if you had 2 minutes to tell your mom how important she was in your life and what you really, 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 really thought about her, what would you say?
If I had 2 minutes, I would tell her.
Only 2 minutes, that's all you got. Yeah.
I don't know if I could get it all in 2 minutes.
Well, let's give it a shot.
Okay. I could either go like 8 minutes or like 30 seconds. Hold on. I'm trying to.
What does she mean to you in life?
What does your mom mean to you in life?
Well, you want me to answer that question?
Yes. Why I think.
So, my mom is different. We have a different relationship than you guys did. You and your mom has. Me and my mom grew up together. So my mom was very young when she had me, and so when she was, when I was 15, she was only 30. She was just starting to understand what life was about and starting to get her life on track and do the things that, she was supposed to do. So we kind of grew up together in more than, a parent-parent relationship. But I would say that my mom means to me, what my mom means to me is that she means to me the world, first of all, and that she's my compass. And so no matter how many times I get frustrated or upset, or I act like I don't listen to her, or I get frustrated and say things to her that I probably shouldn't because she's my mom, she is my compass. She is my hero, and she's the person that I look forward to listening to when I have a problem, because I know she's probably going to have the answers that I need. I'm not going to like them. Probably going to act like she's wrong, but she is definitely my compass. She's the one person in my life that has been stable and there. We've had our fights, but no matter how many times we fight, she's always there and forgives all the stupidity that I've ever done. So she's my moral compass, and she's my compass in life, and she helps me with just about everything. She means the world to me. So I don't know what I would do without my mom. She's also my dad. I mean, she, between her and Kelly, she's the reason that I know how to be a dad. She didn't have one, so I didn't have one, and so she means everything to me. That's what I would say my mom means to me. What about you? Follow that one, buddy.
See, I'm going to copy and paste the middle section of your 2 minutes.
Okay.
Put it into my 2 minutes.
Gotcha, I'm listening.
No, that was it. Ditto.
So ditto. Moms are very special.
They
Mom,
are.
One thing that you have to remember, that when we're looking, and we'll start to close a little bit on this. We're going to be very short this week. Just 3:30, because we're going to be out in the community handing out some things to moms as we leave here. So we have some special things for our mothers here at the church and here, and through the Middletown Youth Coalition, and so we'll make it a little short this week, but we'll be back next week at 3 again, and we'll actually have a guest, and we'll do some beard modifications as well when we get all the kids together. But when it comes to your mom, your mother is the one that gave life to you. She's the beginning of everything for you, not only just physically, but spiritually and mentally. She's the one that nurtures you. There's studies out there that say that moms are the most important thing to a infant, is the bond that they have within the first 72 hours between a child and a mother, because a child needs nurturing and compassion and love and unconditional feeling of security, and moms provide that. So sometimes us as adults, when we are a little older, and even teenagers and kids, we don't remember that. And so we attack the things that we love the most because we know it's safe. So when we're having a bad day and we're having a bad situation, or we're in a bad way mentally, spiritually, or even physically sometimes, we lash out, and there's a word called transference, which means that we transfer all of our anger, hate, emotions, baggage to the one person we know that will never, ever go anywhere. And most of the time, that's our mothers. Because we know that mom's going to be there no matter what. And we know that even if we scream, yell, and blame them for all the wrongs that we know we're doing and all the wrongs in our lives that are happening to us, we know that they're going to take that burden and they're going to run with it. And so in that, we forget sometimes that we kind of put a lot of pressure on mom. And that's one of the other reasons that we celebrate and give honor to her for Mother's Day. Know that sometimes the people that you love the most are the people that you hurt the most. And we tend to hurt moms and go off on moms a lot, but moms are the ones that are there for forever. They're the ones that are going to be there for any situation that you're in life, anything that you need taken care of. They're going to be there. There's a lot to be said about second mothers too. One of the videos that you guys for the Middletown Youth Coalition is doing is how to have other relationships with other adults other than your parents. And that we all yearn and want that relationship between a mother and a child, even when we're older. That's something that we tend to value and thirst after and search for. So this Mother's Day, make sure you do something a little extra for her. Tell her, Mom, you know what? Just thank you. Thank you for everything that you've done in my life. Thank you for everything that you're doing in my life, and thank you for everything that you're pouring into me. Moms are pretty special.
And don't just do your own mother. Go out and thank your second mothers, or your scout mothers, or your church mothers, or whoever feels like a mother to you.
That's a pretty stern statement too. You know, you said go out and your scout mothers and your church mothers and other mothers. That's kind of funny that, you know, there are those mothers out there. Those people, those women that pour into our lives that weren't blessed to be able to have their own children, and they sometimes and they pour into other people's lives. And it's very important to have those. Do you have any other people that have treated you like mothers?
I have like 70.
Well, tell me a couple of them.
I have Amy Voiles.
Mm-hmm.
I have.
Carolyn.
Oh yeah, Carolyn.
Carolyn Bartlett. She's
Bartlett.
always there for us. Yeah.
I have. I'm blanking on first names. Julia Edwards.
Mm-hmm.
I have. I can't think of first names. Give me a second. They're just mom. Mom 1, mom 2, mom 3, mom 4.
So
You know
make
who you
sure
are.
that you're taking care of your moms this Mother's Day, and make sure that you're spreading the word. Tell them how to get a hold of us, and tell them a little bit about the Facebook, and I'll review some of the things that we're doing, and then we'll end for the day.
Cool.
So,
If you ever need to get a hold of us, via the church or the Middletown Youth Coalition, for the Middletown Youth, we have a Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, message us on all of those. We also have a website that has been updated recently. Go check that out. There's some really cool things that you should go look for, especially in this time of need.
yep. What's that website?
The website is middletownyouth.com.
Okay.
For the church, or
Yep. Church. You can find us at First Christian Church. Find us at First Christian Church on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and everywhere else. Now, one of the things that we need to talk about, we just got a bunch of submissions for our capsule, our time capsule.
Yes.
So one of the biggest time frame right now is that we bury it for 10 years. So if you're watching this video and you still want to get a hold of us, and we've got plenty of time, we've got about 2 or 3 more weeks to send in videos, send in different things that you want to put in the time capsule, letters for the time capsule, and in those videos, tell me what you do while you were in quarantine, how you passed the time, and how you handled situations. We'll put all that together, put it on a flash drive, and so 10 years from now, someone will watch what we will call our quarantine family video as to what went on during the great quarantine of 2020.
Yes.
And so far we were talking about burying it for 10 years and having it resurrected in 2030. We're also going to have a huge party to bury it, and we're still looking for a place to bury it. So if you have any ideas on where to bury it and how to bury it, please let us know. Send those videos either to middletownyouth.com. You can send those videos to me personally, which is mastermasonjeff@gmail.com, to any of the Facebook pages, to any of the Instagram pages. Send those videos on what you're doing in quarantine and how you pass the time, so we can put all that together. And then we will have a drop-off day for your letters, for the things that you want to put into the time capsule, and then we will have a date for the party when we're going to bury it. We have some exciting news, possibly next week or the week after, about some great resources and people that are going to be coming on board with the Middletown Youth Coalition. Can't wait to tell you guys all about it, because this is a huge deal. I will tell you that some of the greatest people I know when it comes to youth and comes to this city has decided that we possibly are going to start working together and be a part of the Middletown Youth Coalition. We're going to see a lot of different faces. These lives will start to go live and show different programs around town as to what is available for you guys to do around town. You guys will also get to see some amazing people in the community that are doing great things in this community. You'll be able to talk to them, youth, one-on-one, and ask them questions. The youth will actually be able to talk to them. There'll be a lot of great things getting ready to happen here at Middletown Youth Coalition and First Christian Church, and I think it's going to be exciting. So please stay tuned. Please continue to come back. Please continue to watch our live videos and watch our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and the website, middletownyouth.com, for some great information. So you guys are going to be awesome. Some of the things that you guys are going to find that in the very near future is that Midi Strong is going to be a very big portion and part of our push for the Middletown Youth Coalition. So very excited about what we're getting ready to do. Very excited about the things that are going on. Now we are going to go out and start handing some things out. We've got some Uno cards to go deliver. So we'll be delivering some Uno cards. We've got a couple games to deliver, and we've got some special gifts for some of the mothers here in town that our pastors here at First Christian Church are going to go out and take care of. So with that being said, we are just a few minutes shy of being our normal 45 minutes. We're about 10 minutes short. Please join us next week. We'll do a push to make sure that we have a lot of people watching for some of these great announcements that are coming in the next couple weeks about the things that are going on here in our youth and in the Middletown Youth Coalition. So with that being said, let's all take a second to remember, take care of your mothers, take care of honoring them and giving them love and support this Sunday. Get up and cook them breakfast. Get up and cook them lunch and get them up and you cook dinner. Make sure that you're taking care of moms. Make it a mom day that she'll always remember. And to reiterate, what are the gifts that we probably shouldn't give?
Do not get vacuum cleaners.
Do not get ice trays.
And do not
buy
give
food
that they have to cook.
Food that they have to cook. And make sure that you're telling them how much you appreciate all that they do and all that they pour into your life. With that being said, let's go to the Lord in prayer, and we'll end with prayer. So everyone, please join me in the manner that you're accustomed. Lord, we thank you right now for this special time that we've had together. And Lord, we thank you for the mothers of Middletown. We thank you for the mothers of First Christian Church. We thank you for the mothers, each and every one that has poured into our lives, whether they be maternal, whether they be communal, whether they just be godly mothers. We thank you for each and every spirit of motherhood that you put on each and every woman that you give that gift to. And Lord, we thank you that we are going to celebrate them this Sunday and celebrate them in a manner which glorifies you and gives you honor and glory by giving them honor and glory. And Lord, we just thank you right now for the great things that are about to come into Middletown. We thank you for the great things that are happening in our youth. We thank you for the great things that are happening with our time capsule and all the things that the Middletown Youth Coalition is doing with you in mind. And Lord, we ask that as we leave this place, but never your presence, encamp angels about us, that they may lead the way, that we may do your service. Let your spirit rest, rule, and abide in us forevermore. In Jesus' name, amen.